Seema. Welcome, Coach. If you may, just please give us a brief summary of the match from your perspective.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Yeah, what can I say? It's let us lose with a goal like that. Congratulations to Mbokazi. I think it took the special goal to break us down. But coming to the game, I think tactically we applied ourselves very well, and we started a little bit bad if I consider that early penalty, because I think by then a lot of players, they were still trying to settle and the nerves were still there, and that is not how you start the game, especially when you are playing at Orlando here. But after that, we knew that the longer the game goes, we will be fine, because the way we had our game plan, I must say to the players that tactically today we were spot on, because the way there's a change that the team Orlando Pirates did from the last game that they played. It's not the same the way that they played when they played as the Bloemfontein. So we had to adjust also ourselves, especially mentioning the role of relay. So we had to adjust quickly, but him playing inside, he brings a different dimension, but we managed to deal with that, and I think Zwane and our midfield especially, Zwane, Magaman and Captain Khape, we applied ourselves very well, and the spaces that they were looking to play to, especially Woto side, we managed to extend our line without compromising the central also. So I think it was a good game, and we are not happy at Siwelele that we are out of the cup. This means that we don't have an extra game that we can play, but it gives us another opportunity of going to prepare for the next week again, or week 1 or 2. So this is a team that today you saw that there's a fight, there's some understanding, and especially the new guys that have came and the guys that have played for a long time. So we are really working hard, and this team is taking shape. So we have asked ourselves to be hard to be beaten or to be broken down. I think we are at that stage that I can say there's light in the tunnel, just for us to make sure that now we're going to go and try and work in the upfront now to sharpen our attack. But this team, there's a steady progress and is stepping in the right direction. With the results, we are not happy, but the performance, the application of the players, I must commend them. It was good.
We'll now open for questions from the floor. As per now, show of hands, please identify yourself, as well as yourselves, as well as the media company present. And just an apology up front, we're working with one mic, so please be patient with us. We're going to be taking, trying to take 4 questions at one go. So, Lorenz, who else? Benjamin, is there anyone else? Temba, may you take us on the 4th question? Going once, going twice. No, it's fine.
Just want to know about Konyane. He was quite dominant in Super Sports Academy, the TTC as well, and I see you finally giving him his chance in the professional ranks. What do you think of his potential? Left-footed, very strong. How far do you think he can go? Because he was quite dominant in the youth structure in Super Sport.
Yeah, I must say I've inherited a lot of young players in there. And if somebody is doing well, the only thing you can give him is the opportunity. And he's not the only one. We still have the Yambaloi, same structure. We still have Ndebele that got injured. So we are blessed with the left-footed players, especially centre backs. And the way he is playing, we can only try to help him to improve. We have asked him to really put his feet on the ground and be as humble as there's still a long way. The future is good, and we're still gonna look. He came out today with an injury, and then we'll see the extent of it. And I can tell you that it's the fourth match now losing the centre back in a match. So I don't even know if I still have centre backs. So yeah, but we are happy with his progress.
Coach Benjamin Urenda, Benjamin Urenda is sorting the Daily News. Coach, you have just spoken about your attack. Looking at your attack is the one of the most experienced department that you have if you look at the players. How does that help you to say they can build on that and help the youngsters coming through?
Yeah, it's always nice to blend experience with the youth. But if you check those players, they haven't had a lot of game time. So it's going to take time for us. We are patient with them. But it's the experience that will definitely they will help. And we'll continue to work with them. And we are not, that is why you see we are trying to manage them because the games are coming thick and fast. So yeah, we are happy having them around, their experience in the team. However, we have 3 starters that are with the under 20 now. Amagirigiri is there, Neoth is there, Tabang is there. All of them, they have already played in our league. That means in our matches, that means we are short 3 players also. Azola is there also in the middle there in under 20. We actually have 4 players that are gone. So with the ones that are here, we can see that this is a team that we need to be patient with it. I'm always people gonna say it's my line. It's not. We are watering. So we are not cooking yet. People must wait and don't put the stoves on yet. We're still watering, and I think these FIFA breaks, we welcome them because they help us to work even more. And every game that we play, you see a lot of positives in the team.
Joseph from Sports on here, Coach. Hard luck on the defeat, but in your opening statement, you gave credit to the young man, Mbokazi. You're a former defender yourself. What does he have that makes him shine the way he is as a young man that is playing for a big club, Orlando Pirates, or the captaincy? He's walking in your footsteps. Just take us there.
Well, I think he's alone in those footsteps. The way he's going, yeah, no. No, look, it's always nice. I had to congratulate him. It was a good goal, and it has been one of the center pairing in the league that has been doing very well. I've mentioned that, and for him, it looks like he's a grounded boy, and he works hard. He knows his strengths, and he's one captain that you don't see him talking much, but you see him whenever he's needed. You'll see him when duty calls, that is there. So that is why I said I had to congratulate him, because if your team cannot score and then you have worked hard like that, he has been working hard throughout the matches that they played. Sometimes God will reward you. That was a special goal, and again, bet, I don't know, Stand, if we give him 5 now to shoot from the same place, same, if you'll get them. That is why I'm saying it was one of those good goals. I think stands to be the goal of the tournament.
Sia from FIFA. Coach, you spoke a bit about the importance of the midfield battle today. One of the midfielders was some kilos one, and even during the game, you were giving a lot of instructions to him specifically. How far off is he from being a player that you feel can reach his full potential that everyone has seen?
For me, starting him, it shows that I know he's there. It's not that he's how far he is. So he was getting instructions just like anybody. The challenge that we have is all the players that we brought in our team, they were not having enough game time. So now we are working on a lot of aspects. That is why we're going to introduce them here and there. And then, yes, here and there you can see that we will be 2 seconds slow in terms of decision making, in terms of fighting, but we know his capabilities. So credit must go also to the conditioning department. These guys, they are working very hard. I think our team did not look very tired in this, and to come and play Orlando Pirates, to match them until such time they played, really we showed that we are working very hard. And the way Relay, I know some Relay can tell you he had a different role today and the last game. So credit also must go to Lehlohonolo, our analyst, that he is able to go deeper. So it's not a one-man show. We are a team that we are working together. And I must also mention them, the credit must go to them, the medical department, because this team is working very hard. At some stage, we're at the bottom of the leg. Didn't look like we're going to win the game. You'd expect that we'll fight, we'll crack, we'll what, but you can see the team that is coming together, they are prepared to fight. So all the departments are working very well, and with the support of the management, the chairman, the CEO, we are happy, and we want to say to our supporters, they must keep on supporting us. We saw them there today. We're going to continue. I'm still saying that after FIFA break, people are going to see a different team of Siwelele. We're going to work very hard. Thank you.
Coach, can I ask you about Nurkovic? He's old now, but he worked very hard today. Do you think he could be a force that he was when he first arrived at Kaizer Chiefs? Do you think he can give a good contribution to you this season?
I think so. I think there's a lot of improvement. Even him, to see him smiling like that in the field of play, I can tell you that when the first week I arrived at training, you could see he was coming, he was training himself to come to work. And we had to sit with him down, we have to work with him. And we told him, especially we showed him how do we want to work him. And I think he can still reach that. Somebody said we are using experience. So we're going to use him according to his strength. And I think today you saw bits and pieces, not playing, not starting with the team, also set him a little bit back. So this is his second game. And because unfortunately the first game also he got red carded in the first half. But I can tell you that there's a lot of positives on him. He looks happy, he looks energetic, he looks that he'll get back into his old days. So yeah, I'm sure he's going to help the team going forward.
We'll take the final 3 questions. Okay, we'll take the 4th.
Coach, I just want to find out from you, from Mofokeng. Coach, having played Pirates last week, do you think that you had an idea of what it is to expect coming into this game, and what would be some of those shortfalls that caused you not to kill the game today?
No, not because we played them. We had the chance to look at them when we were playing against the last game they played. So that's when we watched them. So Pirates will always change. They've got a lot of players that they can rotate anyhow. However, their style of play, they will change 1 or 2, but the core of it is there. The only thing you need to do is to make sure that how do you react or how do you defend when they have the ball, and then how do you use the ball after getting the ball. So it doesn't give me any, it wasn't any, I did not know, but once you see the lineup, at least you know that, okay, this is the way they're going to play it. Like I've said today, the role of relay today was different.
Coach, Ronaldo from SABC Sport, you say, it's the second time you say that you're watering, and you're confident that after the FIFA break, things are going to look better for your side. Do you have like a goal or ambitions as to where you actually want to go and end up the season with the team?
Yes, please. As long as we can keep this team in the Betway Premiership, the status, definitely we want to do that. And for us to do that is to make sure that we are not finishing in position 16, 15, 14, 13. At some stage, we're on top of the lock. Do you know? Do you still remember? First round, we were on top of the lock. Serious, guys. I'm not joking. 15 teams were below us. At some stage, 15 teams were above us. So we have tasted both there and there. Now we are fighting to do what? To stay in. So definitely there's a lot of goals that we are putting ourselves. We can't be there. If we can't be up, we can't be down because we have been there already. Now there are spaces that are left. Choose a position. Serious.
Coach, from the Sky Newspaper. Coach, how are you making sure that the players focus on the job at hand, which is to play football and block out all the outside noise that you can say about around the club and all that? Especially given the fact that this team is still fairly new and some of the players came from the club and also, but how do you make sure that they do their part and actually they strive for results?
You just know they have to make sure that they focus on the next training session and on the next meal and on the next proper enough hours of sleep. That is why we have control over. The rest of the stuff we don't have control over. So they know we have made sure that the one that we have control over, that is sleeping enough, resting enough, making sure we are eating proper meals, and making sure that we are looking forward to the next session and concentrating. And when we're in the session, make sure that the pass is a gift. You are not thinking about anything. The pass is a gift. We are making everything easy for your teammate. So we are trying to build that team spirit that we block everything out. We focus on things that we can control. There's nothing, okay.
There's one more.
Okay, Coach. I just want to find out on the psychological makeup of the team. Because you said earlier that you're cooking the seat. No, the seat.
Yeah, you can cook the seat.
Whilst others are cooking and doing whatever. So, and you said it's a wonderful team that you're having with different, it's a galaxy of stars, I must say. So how do you see to it that they fine tune? I mean, a game like today's game, there was those chances that you could have taken. So how best do you prepare them to know exactly that they must take every chance they come across?
Like I've said, the next training session, we'll sit, we'll analyze the post-match, we'll have a look. We'll have to do it in the field of play. That's the best. The good thing is this game where we have it, we have the clip of it, so we'll be able to sit and analyze. Like I've said, the analyzing department maybe is doing a good job. There's some guys that maybe could say, hey, you could have made a few strides back for us to get to Mbokazi before we can make the shot. So conditioning wise, we can see how far we shot. So the only thing that we can do is to go back into the field, not even a drawing board, field, and make sure that we continue to work.
Okay, thank you, Coach Seema, that Galaxy of Spices point. We'll be back shortly with the files and Coach. Thank you.
There's a galaxies of gadgets. Thank you. Skin.